Hello everybody and welcome back to the final Chicken Invaders 4 video on the channel, and it has been a long time. By the way, this is just a boss rush of my final playthrough on it, and I know the video just came out not 3 days ago where I was telling everybody that I was going to be taking a long break. Well, it has technically been a couple of months. I spent 5 hours on this game around Christmas time trying to get it done, and I couldn't. And of course, the second that I'm just not even thinking I'm going to have a chance, I beat it, because that's the channel in a nutshell. So if you've enjoyed Chicken Invaders 4 on the channel, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe. Not going to do an outro in this video because I have to show what kind of happens quickly, but you'll see, and it really is true, the best way of completing this game, getting the final medal, is just to keep trying, but not to push, basically, trying to finish it too quickly. Also, take advantages of their moments when they're charging their attacks, and then don't really focus on attacking. As you'll see throughout this video, multiple times I came close to dying, just basically because of the fact that I was pushing too much. And it's like, you don't want to do that. You want to take your time and to really focus on dealing damage while also not getting hit once. After all, their life bar is way larger than yours. They're going to get hit way more times than you can get hit. So the green weapon I found to be the best. You'll see a lot of these boss fights are over incredibly quickly. Even though I had the utensil poker, it just felt like the green weapon dealt more. And now we're on to the idea of the keys. So as you know, technically I don't have all of the extras purchased. In all honesty, there's really nothing in terms of changing to gameplay that comes from any of those extras. The main thing you can buy in this is a cosmetic. I'm not going to be... Unless the cosmetics have a requirement to get, instead of just non-stop grinding like a skill requirement, I just don't see it as much of a reason to continue playing it, boring you guys, preventing me from, doing videos in other games and stuff. So, this game's going to be over after this particular video. And again, if people want me to, I can maybe play a different Chicken Invaders, or I can go play something else. But yeah, the metal, I can't remember, I think this is the neutron gun. It just deals the best damage. You can actually see me avoiding the utensil pokers. Utensil pokers fire too slow. Like, I just feel like they're too slow of an actual weapon. And when your boss fights are lasting 15 seconds, why bother, right? Once you get it to about a firepower, I think, of 10 or 15, it basically one-shots all the normal things. Like, they do take a little bit of time beating the actual campaign levels in between boss fights, but what you gain in getting rid of those, look at that. What you gain in getting rid of the bosses, and you can see right there I got close to dying too, because I pushed myself into a corner. But this boss fight, the best thing to do is actually start eliminating it from right to left to give yourself some space so you could just hide in the corner, period. It won't actually transition to where it can hit you all the way to the right. As you can see right there, it can't even send a laser to that part. So, the most difficult level, as you know if you watched my video last week, or 4 or 5 days ago, was the chicken multiplicity, which again was one of the harder levels. The final boss fight, I don't think the egg cannon actually got through a full attack sequence. So, yeah, kind of, again, it was way harder. I think Chapter 9, the first couple levels of Chapter 9, I don't show this in the video, they have some swooping chickens. I found the best way of handling those was to just shoot a missile into the middle right when the wave was starting. Just keep shooting missiles and get through it before they could even spawn on the screen and give a chance to possibly destroy your ship. But Now that, I mean, this is a very hard achievement. I mean, this is actually, I was looking at some video stuff of people talking about the greatest chicken hunter ever achievement. It is actually one of the harder achievements for completing a game because it's a shoot 'em up style game. Um, you know, Galaga style game, and you're not supposed to be worried about losing a life here or there. I mean, by the end of this playthrough, I have 23 or 24 lives. Like, that's, why would you worry about losing a life here or there? Your firepower at this point, too. I think I get to a firepower of around 50. If I had died like 10 times, I still would have had nearly maxed out firepower. Right here, you see me kind of take a chance because I didn't want to get hit by the chicken, so I take a quick chance, grab the firepower upgrade because it does reset your overheat bar. I was worried about the Iron Chef. As you guys know, I mean, you came really close to killing me right there. The Iron Chef's attacks are very small projectiles that he throws incredibly fast, and with his arms being so, you know, maneuverable, it's really just a dangerous boss fight. You don't want to be on there very long, especially if you're trying to get the greatest chicken hunter. It's not one that you want to deal with. And that one actually drops two utensil pokers, and I'm just like, no, just get him away. And here it is, chicken multiplicity. So just shoot as fast as you can, deal as much damage as possible, and focus completely. You'll actually see me just completely not shoot my weapon at times in this fight, where I'll just be flying around to get into a better location, because as you saw in my last video, these things pushed me against the bottom of the screen and then just insta-killed me. So kind of see me like, nope, don't bother. In the past, I would have been down underneath the chickens shooting at them. See me like see that one from the right and just go, nope, not gonna bother shooting the one above. Let's just focus on moving on the screen. These are the worst versions of the chickens that they can spawn, because after these guys that move completely randomly and at higher speeds, I almost flew into the egg right there. I don't even know if I noticed that while I was playing. Get up top. Don't worry about where the chickens are located. Don't bother. Do a little bit of damage here and there, then start moving around again. Whenever you can kind of sneak a shot in, go ahead, but the good news is every single time you blow up one of the chickens, it actually does look like it clears the screen of projectiles. Now, I didn't test it because I was also memorizing where, and you see me fire the missile, I'm just trying to clear the chickens out. Now that I know where the projectiles are coming from, I took a chance every once in a while and just was like, let's just clear the screen of the smaller chickens and make sure that I'm not near any areas where there were eggs, just in case we were noticing in the one video, it just looks like at times the projectiles will still be on the screen, but you won't be able to see them. So here I'm just like, I overheat because I'm just trying to finish the level as fast as possible, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I got past the purple, hero-clad ones. Or villain-clad. I'm not entirely sure what the purple ones are supposed to be. But get to about here, and I'm like, okay, let's just, chill out. Make sure we take out the chickens that we can deal with quickly and get back to this one. And I probably could have used a missile here, but I was so, not wanting to deal with the fact that there might be a projectile on the screen. I was like, nope, just focus on that. Now, this last system was dreadful. I actually took a break from the game for a couple of hours and was like, okay, let's come back, beat this guy. So as you see, we're dealing 0.25% per hit full, which actually allows us to get through. That's the one sequence. So there's one attack pattern, okay, which is that they just continue to release chickens. But then this is officially when you start getting the patterns, which are the chickens and the lasers. I almost died right there because the chickens, you can kind of see me doing a little dance between the middle laser and the two chickens that were rumbling at me. Wanted to get the firepower so I could drop my overheat bar again. And I'm like, oh great, I'm right on the edge of, boom, there's the new attack pattern change. And I'm at 67 firepower. That's what I'm getting at. There's plenty of firepower. Those massive clusters was because of how fast I was clicking because I wanted to get this fight over with. I forgot that this came before the eggs, so I was like, uh-oh. Had to move quickly there or else I would have died. Trying to clear up enough space to dance around the lasers. So at this point I was basically using the firepowers just to continue a never-ending stream of attacks to try to get the boss fight done as fast as possible. Out came the egg. I'm like, okay, let's just relax a little bit. Make sure I'm clearing enough space for myself, also to get away from that middle laser shot ground. And then get the firepower upgrades to give myself an overheat change. Make sure to avoid those attacks, and then boom. That was just it. So, spectacularly brilliant. I'll show you at the end of this little thing. I'm at the main screen. I click around to basically try to remember where the medals are. I'm like, oh, they're in options. And I'm like, no, they're in Save the World. It's in Save the World and My Career at the top right. And then there are the medals, and there's it. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that like button and subscribe. Have a great day, everybody. Bye, everyone.